Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin tries to give us, I think, this fifth wave to the upside. By the way, if you're interested in more context around the different scenarios, check out my last video that I made yesterday. That was a longer one, and I explained the different types and scenarios and discussed the movements since the June lows. But don't want to do that in every video, so let's focus on the short term here. In the previous video today, we talked about that Bitcoin possibly gave us a wave 4 low here. Bitcoin was in a descending wedge, typically a bullish breakout pattern or bullish pattern that you need to be on the lookout for if you're trading the short term, possibly for that upside here. Now, it is pushing above it. It broke out of it, but so far it hasn't pushed above the third wave high. That's what it would need to do to really give us that fifth wave to the upside. Until we get above that level and until we really break and sustain above 27,550, this high could just be a B wave, and that could result in a C wave to the downside. But until we push down, or at least see a break below 26k, which was sort of the threshold level here. Yeah, for example, I said the wave 4 could go all the way down to 26k, but a signal that we are coming down in a C wave would be if we break below 26k. 26k break without having a fifth wave to the upside. Yeah, so basically we would need to come down now, break below 26k, then we can say we are with a high likelihood in a C wave. If we go a little higher and break above that wave 3 high, which is basically 27,800, we have to assume we are in a fifth wave. That would at the same time make such a B wave top very unlikely. At the moment, to be honest, both are fairly likely. But I have to tell you that the more clearly and the more often we push against the ceiling here, the more likely will be a breakout to the upside. Bitcoin could also escalate completely to the upside. Because of that, I kept a core position that I entered down here on the 10th of March. Yeah? Bitcoin sometimes does this stuff. That would be a complete, that would basically be a scenario where Bitcoin does this third wave in one go. Because at the moment we can look at the scenarios, okay, we have a 1-2 setup here and we are already in the third, or this wave 1 is currently being completed, right? Both are unfortunately possible. But to keep it very simple for everybody, I did say in many videos now, as long as we're holding 21,050, we can focus here on higher. So that's just sort of the simple way, yeah. I do explain the lower degree wave count because a lot of people want to know about it, but all you need to know about is these pivots actually, right? So we had one here. Against that level we can focus on higher, and then the more relevant one, longer term, you know, bigger picture, for the higher degree wave count is the green box here, which goes down all the way to 17,400, and that means even if we come down to 17,400 roughly, yeah, or hold above it, we are still in a valid scenario where we could break out into a new bull run. I know it's a bit too early to talk about that, but you know, we're interested in the short term at the moment here in this video. Yesterday I talked about the long term or medium term, but also there, you know, we can at the moment, I don't want to say forget about the bearish case, but basically ignore it for the sake of trading, because there are a lot of long trade setups available at the moment. And there is no guarantee that these will hold, but as long as support holds, we focus on higher. So this is really the key point. Maybe we are going to get it at the moment because the move down looks corrective. You know, that's also, we discussed that in the previous video, that the move down just doesn't look impulsive. So I have to be, at the moment at least, be ready for that possible fifth wave. But we're a bit in no man's land, so we're just below resistance, we're just above support. Again, below 26k, we can focus on the C wave down, and basically above 27,550, we can focus on higher. I know it can be confusing because a lot of people want confirmation, a lot of people always want confirmation, but the key is, I, for example, don't wait for confirmation when I trade. I just trade the setups. So setup for me was down here. Would have liked to see Bitcoin go into the yellow area as well. Well, we'll get it eventually maybe. But then most of the altcoins hit the support areas and Ethereum. But I don't wait for confirmation. When you wait for confirmation, the price has already moved. It's a little bit like when I see people, or when I hear people talk about, well, we don't have volume. Volume isn't carrying the move. Well, that's true. You often don't get the volume, but I personally don't wait for volume to show up to trade. It's a bit like you're late to the party. When the volume already shows up, everybody's there already, right? Yeah, it's just a different style. You need to find your own style eventually. But yeah, let's see if we get this fifth wave. We haven't talked about targets. I think we talked about targets in the previous video. Did we talk about targets? Can't remember. In the previous one we did. So anyway, targets would be 28,110 for the first one. Yeah, if we get this fifth wave. Then 29,020 and 30,500. These are all three valid targets for a possible fifth wave. The 1-to-1 ratio is a bit of an extended one. That's 30,500. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.